So, we all know the story of Rapunzel, right? A beautiful princess named Rapunzel spends her life locked away in a tower since birth by an evil old witch. She has long magical blonde hair that possesses the power to keep her young forever. Then, as Rapunzel becomes older and more curious about the outside world, a handsome prince uses her tower as a refuge and she seeks his help to escape her prison. In this tutorial, we are recreating this storyboard, retelling the story of Rapunzel. So let's get started by clicking on Create a Storyboard at the top. What we see here is a traditional storyboard with 3 cells. To add more cells, we will click on Add Delete Cells at the bottom. I want to have ample space to tell my story, so I will select the 3x2 option to add more cells. Now I am ready to include my scenes to tell my story. If you look at the top, the storyboard features are broken down into sections such as scenes, characters, textables, shapes, and etc. We won't be using all of these in this tutorial, but it is important to be familiar with this section because it will be a source that we refer to in order to build our story. So as you can see, the scene section is already selected by default. So this will allow us to pick and choose our scenes for the story. If you notice, underneath the scenes option, you have many scenes such as town, entertainment, and school, to name a few. To make our scenes match our story, we are just going to type the word castle in the search box like this. As you can see, the website will try to get you to purchase a premium account for certain features. However, for this exercise, we are only going to use the free features. So let's select no thanks. Now we can see different images for castles. It may be helpful to manually sketch out on paper the types of scenes and settings that you want for your storyboard, but for the sake of time, we are going to select the most relevant scenes for our story. So the way that we do this is by dragging and dropping the image into the boxes. To make the image bigger, place the mouse arrow over one of the blue dots in the corner and drag it to its desired size. Now for this scene, I want to make a duplicate for the cell beside it. So I am going to select it by clicking on it. Next to where it says Edit, I am going to click the icon with the 2 sheets of paper to copy it. So I have my duplicate now, and I am just going to drag it over to the next cell. Now I want to change the time from day to night in this particular cell. So I am going to click on Edit Scene, and underneath where it says Time of Day, I am going to select Night. To make my story consistent, I am going to make similar changes to some of the other scenes in the storyboard.